Okay, we're about to get underway. Are now finalists. Your judges asked that you don't ride through the cattle, blocking the cattle. Same rules as the ladies. You can ride in, you can ride around them, but not riding through them, please. Make it fair for everybody. I think everybody's in their spot and ready to go. So we'll have number 1, Rick Hopkins with Times BLAZIN, owned by Roz Height. And Rick comes from Ridgelands up near Rockhampton. And a big thank you to Black Truck and Ag, the sponsor of the 2023 Grandfather Clock Open Draft. Outside for Rick. Rick's building onto a 2-round total of 177. Ben Hall moves in. Number 2, Matt Durkin 3, Nicholas Markwell 4. Thank you, Rick. Score there for Rick of 22, 63 and 4. That's an 89 with 177 previous. That's a 266. Julia Creek competitor Ben Hall in camp. Ben's riding Ben and Jay Hall's Poetic. There's a beautiful Adina grandfather clock, sponsored by Chinchilla Jewelers, and an Adina watch donated by Chinchilla Jewelers, which will go to the winner. Beautiful piece of furniture, the Chinchilla grandfather clock, a much sought after trophy in the camp drafting world. And outside for Julia Creek competitor Ben Hall, riding Hall's Poetic. Ben's building onto a 2-round total of 175. Once again, a big thank you to Condabri Beef. Beautiful cattle being drafted. Thank you, Ben. Score there for Ben of 15, 61 and 4. That'll be an 80. 175 previous. That'll be a 255. 3-round total of 255. Number 3, Matt Durkin is in camp. Matt's now down in the Tamworth area of New South Wales, and he's riding Fancy Man. Well, that's very unlucky there for Matt. For those wondering, the blood rule has come into play. Unfortunately, Matt's beast did hit its head there on the rail and had a nosebleed. So under our animal welfare ruling, unfortunately, Matt goes with a no score in that round. He had 177 previous. We go to number 4 now, Nicholas Markwell. Nicholas hails from Cumbria in Queensland. He's riding Nicholas and Joanne Markwell's LADYBROOK DAZZEL. Outside for Nicholas Markwell with LADYBROOK DAZZEL. Nicholas has got 175, now working in the final with a lovely steer from Condabri Beef. It's been bred by Evan and Kim Acton. Score there for Nicholas of 21, 57 and 3. That's an 81. 175 previous will give a 256. 3 round total of 256. Number 5 in camp is Sam Greenup from Gendowie in Queensland. Sam's riding David Felcher's Electric CHICKASHA. Outside for Sam and Electric CHICKASHA, they've got a 178 on the board so far. Bad luck, Sam. 21 for cutout this time, 21, 178 previous. That'll be a 3 round total of 199. Number 6, Melissa Gilbert in camp. 7 will be Mark Ruff, 8 Tom Denson, 9 Peter Black and 10 Steve Comiskey. Melissa Gilbert riding Jim Gilbert's GILVIEW MANSHY. A big thank you to Kelco Livestock Agents. They have donated a lovely trophy saddle pad, and bad luck there for Melissa. And GILVIEW MANSHY, unfancifully going out with a no score. She had 175 previous. Mark Ruff will move into camp, number 7. Following Mark, Tom Denson will be 8, Peter Black 9, Steve Comiskey 10, Paul Spears 11 and Bill Schaefer 12. A big thank you to Mac and Gail Shan from Cantor Park Performance Horses up at Claremont. They have kindly donated a service fee to One More Daddy. And that service is valued at $3,300. So that will go to the winner, a very well performing stallion in One More Daddy. Also like to thank Geraldine Lawler from Wholesale Horse Warehouse. We have a lovely embroidered horse rug which will go to the winner. Geraldine is a great supporter of camp drafting in the area, so thank you so much. Outside for Mark Ruff from Diggers Rest in Victoria, riding Mark and Shelley Ruff's Bulla Martha. They come into the final with 179 points on the board. Now working with a lovely bullock there, kindly loaned from Condabri Beef, the Drury family. Thank you, Mark. Score there for Mark of 16, 59 and 4. That's a 79. With 179 before, that's a total of 258. 258 there for Mark Ruff and Bulla Martha. In camp now we have number 8, Tom Denson from Bomboley down in New South Wales. Tom's riding Sweet Lady. Outside for Tom and Sweet Lady, they're building on to 175. Peter Black's moved in, number 9. Steve Comiskey 10, Paul Spears 11. But we have Tom Denson at number 8, working with Sweet Lady in the final of the Black Truck and Ag Grandfather Clock here at Chinchilla. Thank you, Tom. Score there for Tom of 15, 56 and 3. That's a 74. With 175 previous, that'll be a 249. Number 9, Peter Black. Alpha competitor in camp, riding Child Play. $90,000 prize money for the Black Truck and Ag Chinchilla grandfather clock, plus the lovely grandfather clock valued at $5,500. Watching Peter Black and Child Play building onto 179. Thank you, Peter. Score there for Peter Black and Child Play, 22, 63 and 4. That's an 89. With 179 previous, that'll be a 268. 268 total. And that takes Peter into the lead. Number 10, Steve Comiskey, now riding Pimped Up Cat, owned by Lloyd Nielsen. Outside for Capella competitor, Steve Comiskey with Pimped Up Cat. He's got 178. Bad luck, Steve. 22 for cutout there, 22. 178 previous, that'll be a 200. Total of 200. Paul Spears, number 11, moves in from Adelong in New South Wales. Paul's riding Porter's Rio BARDOO. Outside for Paul. Paul's riding Porter's Rio's BARDOO and he has 175 points. Bad luck, Paul. It's 21 for cutout there, 21. With 175 previous, that'll be a 196. Number 12 in camp is Bill Schaefer from Pentland in Queensland. Bill's riding K-Clean. Outside for Bill and Kayleen. Will Durkin will move in, 13. Michael Hiscock, 14. Stewart Wallace, 15. We're watching Bill Schaefer riding Kayleen with 178 points on the board. Now working in the final of the 2023 Black Truck and Ag Grandfather Clock Open Draft. Thank you, Bill. Score there for Bill of 20, 63 and 4 for an 87. 178 previous. That'll be a 265. 3-round total, 265. Number 13 in camp from Charters Towers in Queensland, Will Durkin. Will's riding Kim and Evan Acton's Hazelwood Conspiracy. Outside for Will and Hazelwood Conspiracy, they're building onto 176. Like to thank Diamond Wool Saddle Pads. They donated the trophy saddle pad for the highest cutout in the first round. Bad luck, Will. 23 for cutout there. Lovely cutout of 23. With 176 previous, that'll be a 199. 199 3-round total. Michael Hiscock will be our next competitor at number 14. Riding Hazelwood Advice. One to take away, please. If we could get that steer taken away, please. Thank you. Also a big thank you to Wade McCulloch. Wade makes a lovely trophy every year for the highest scoring local rider in the first round. So a big thank you to Wade. It's usually a lovely piece of handmade leatherwork. So we have number 14 in camp from Maffra in Victoria, Michael Hiscock, riding Hazelwood Advice. Outside for Michael Hiscock and Hazelwood Advice, 179. Bad luck there for Michael. 22 for cutout there, Michael. 22. 179 and a 22 gives you a 201. 201 total. Stuart Wallace now, number 15 in camp from Clark Creek in Queensland, riding Stewart and Kerry Wallace's CATTNAP. People leaning in that laneway, we ask if there's a beast coming that you get out of the road, please, so that those... Oh, I've just been told you're not meant to be in there, sorry. So we're watching number 15, Stuart Wallace and CATTNAP. Outside for Stewart and CATTNAP, they're building on to 178. Like to thank Rhonda Alexander with her beautiful silver jewellery. Rhonda always donates a lovely handmade sterling silver jewellery item for the highest scoring lady in the Black Truck and Ag Chinchilla grandfather clock. Bad luck there. 16 for cutout there for Stuart Wallace and CATTNAP. 16, he had 178 previous, so that'll be a 194. 194 there for Stewart. We go now to number 16, and that's Mount Perry in Queensland competitor, Darren Jones, riding at Mitchell's, Kentucky. $17, Ben Stanger will be next in. Then we'll have 18, Ben Hall, 19, Michael Hayes, and 20, Paul Pownall. There'll be a change of camp after Paul. Outside for Darren, riding Mitchell's, Kentucky, in the final of the 2023 Black Truck and Ag Chinchilla grandfather clock. Darren's building on to 177. Thank you, Darren. Score there for Darren of 15, 58 and 3. That's a 76 with 177 previous. That'll be a 253. 253 there for Darren Jones and Mitchell's, Kentucky. Ben Stanger's moved into camp. Number 17, riding Ben and Sherry Stanger's Stanger Comet. Ben comes from up in the Julia Creek area. Big thank you to Ken and Jackie Knudsen. They always donate the Kilbeggan mug, which goes to the highest score in the first round. So thank you so much, Ken and Jackie Knudsen. So the winner of the Black Truck and Ag Grandfather Clock will receive $30,000 cash, plus the Adina Grandfather Clock valued at $5,500. Outside for Ben Stanger with Stanger Comet, building on to 177. Thank you, Ben. Score there for Ben of 16, 61 and 4. That's an 81. With 177 previous, that'll be a 258. 258, 3-round total. Ben Hall moves in. Ben's riding at Chisholm's Cash, owned by Chris and Ben Hall. Outside for Ben, he's got 179 points with Chisholm's Cash, owned by his mum Chris and himself. Thank you, Ben. Score there of 23, 62 and 4. That's an 89. 179 previous. That'll be a 268. 268. 3-round total. And that is equal top. 19, Michael Hayes in camp. From your bar in Queensland, riding Michael and Beck Hayes' Shadak Maserati. So we have number 19 in camp. Just looking through these lovely cattle from Condabri Beef. Outside for Michael Hayes, riding Shadak Maserati, owned by Michael and Beck Hayes. Bad luck, Michael. 22 for cut out there. 22 with 176 previous. That'll be a 198. And a big thank you to Michael Hayes, one of our judges, along with Brendan Harrison and Lindsay Anderson. Thank you so much to those three gentlemen giving up their time, and also to Coralie Daly, the lady who judged our ladies' draft. Thank you so much, judges. Outside for Monto competitor Paul Pownall and Tacoma Kid Billy. Change of cattle now, change of camp. That was number 20. Working out there, Paul Pownall and Tacoma Kid Billy has 178 points on the board. Bad luck, Paul. 21 for cut out there, 21 with 178 previous. That'll be a 199. Also, a big thank you to all the volunteers, no matter where you've helped, whether it be scoring, in the office, in the announcing box, in the backyards, face the camp, no matter where you've been, thank you so much. These events don't happen without a great band of volunteers, so thank you all. I'd like to make a special mention of Leslie Deneen and Lauren Newton, my co-announcers. Thank you so much. Lovely lot of cattle going across the arena. Condabri beef. We have more cattle coming, people in the ring. What a lovely line of steers they are. Congratulations to all of our cattle donors, but what a lovely line that is. So we have local lady Jackie Knutson now, number 21. Just having a look at that new pen of cattle. She's riding Talk About Design, owned by her mum, Sissy Bright. Well, bad luck there. I heard that dreaded whip fall, so bad luck there for Jackie. She goes out with a 16 for cutout there, 16 with 176. That'll be a 192, 192. Stephen Shepherd's in camp now at number 22, riding All Cannons Lawson. Outside for Stephen Shepherd and All Cannons Lawson with 178 on the board. Now working in the final. From Amby in Queensland. Well, bad luck there for Stephen. He goes out with a 23 cutout. What looked like it was going to be a great run, unfortunately, goes out with a 23 cutout. With 178 previous, that'll be 201. Rowan Marks now, number 23. Rowan comes from Charlwood, in Queensland. That's down near Arachula. Riding Shane Turner's Stud Cowboy. Following Rowan, we'll have Mark Buttsworth at 24, Wally Ray at 25, Steve Comiskey at 26. Outside for Rowan and Turner Stud Cowboy, building on to 176 from the first 2 rounds. We're watching Rowan Marks in the final of the Black Truck and Ag Grandfather Clock for 2023. And at Black Truck and Ag, you are customers for life. Thank you, Rowan. Score there for Rowan of 22, 62 and 4 for an 88. With 176 previous, that'll be a 264. 3-round total of 264. Mark Buttsworth now, Kingaroy competitor in camp. Mark's riding Pep's Double Ray. Outside for Mark. And Mark and Pep's Double Ray have 178 points coming into the final. Bad luck. Another lovely cutout there of 23. With 178 previous. That'll be 201. 25, Wally Ray has moved into camp, riding Pandora. Steve Comiskey's next in at 26. Ken Knutson, 27. Jason Comiskey, 28. Matt Russell, 29. And Will Durkin, 30. Wally Ray from Marlborough in Queensland, riding Pandora. Bad luck there. Unfortunately, no score for Wally Ray and Pandora. They had 175 in the 2 rounds previous. Steve Comiskey will be our next competitor at 26. Riding Bill and Christine Matten's Katie. Ken Knutson, you'll follow, 27. Jason Comiskey, 28. Once again, a big thank you to Chinchilla Jewelers, the beautiful Adina clock and Adina watch, which will go to the winner, but we're watching Capella competitor Steve Comiskey working out there with Katie. Come into the final with 179. Bad luck. 15 for cut out there, Steve. 15 with 179. That'll be a 194. 3-round total of 194. Local competitor Ken Knutson moves in, riding Kilbeggan Karma. Outside for Ken Knutson, riding Kilbeggan Karma. Jason Comiskey moves into camp, 28. 22 for cut out there, Ken, 22. That'll give Ken a 197. Alpha competitor Jason Comiskey now in camp, riding Saintly. We're watching Jason Comiskey from Alpha in Queensland, riding Saintly. Outside for Jason. It's building on to 178. Bad luck, Jason. 21 for cut out there. 21 with 178 previous. That'll be a 199. Matt Russell, number 29, moves into camp with Tabasco. Matt comes from Capella in Queensland. Matt Russell with Tabasco, owned by Matt and Jody Russell. Outside for Matt Russell and Tabasco, a former Warwick person now living at Capella. Matt was born and bred in Warwick. and he's working in the final, and he has 176 points. Thank you, Matt. Score there for Matt of 22, 62 and 4 for an 88. With 176 previous, that'll be a 264. 3-round total of 264. Number 30, Will Durkin moves in, riding Robert Durkin's Call Girl. Joe Payne, you'll follow at 31. Peter Knutson 32, Brett Hall 33 and Michael Hayes 34. Outside for Will Durkin and Call Girl. Will's got 180 points, working now in the final of the Black Truck and Ag Chinchilla Grandfather Clock for 2023. Will Durkin and Cool Girl building on to 180. Thank you, Will. Score there for Will of 22, 58 and 3. That's an 83. With 180 previous, that'll be a 263. 263 there for Will Durkin and Call Girl. .31, Joe Payne now from Mundubbera, riding Joe and Lexi Payne's Little Twirl. Outside for Joe Payne and Little Twirl, building on to 176. Peter Knutson moves in. Brett Hall, you're next. 21 for cutout there for Joe. 21 with 176 previous. That'll be a 197. 197 there for Joe Payne and Little Twirl. .32 in camp, Peter Knutson riding She's Purring. Local competitor Peter Knutson working with She's Purring. Outside for Peter Knudsen, and She's Purring, building on to 177. Thank you, Peter. Score there of 16, 62 and 4. That's an 82. With 177 previous, that'll be a 259. 259, 3-round total. Brett Hall now from Mackay in Queensland, riding AJ Davidson's Moonlit Acres. $34, Michael Hayes will be next in. $35, Jackie Knudsen, and $36, Michael Hiscock. Outside for Brett Hall and Moonlit Acres. They come into the final with 176. Bad luck, Brett. 22 for cut out there. 22 with 176. That'll be a 198. 3-round total, 198. Michael Hayes now, number 34 in cam. Riding Shaydak Porsche. Outside for Michael. He's building on to 175. Thank you, Michael. Score there of 22, 60 and 4. That's an 86. With 175 previous, that'll be a 261. 261 there for Michael Hayes and Shaydak Porsche. 35, local lady Jackie Knudsen now riding Snip. Outside for Jackie and Snip, and they're building on to 175. Michael Hiscock moves in, number 36. Jack Fairburn will be next in at 37, Craig McNabb 38 and Pete Comiskey 39. But working out there, local lady, Jackie Knudsen with Snip. Thank you, Jackie. Score of 21, 57 and 3. That's an 81. With 175 previous, that'll be a 256. Outside for Mafra Victoria competitor Michael Hiscock with Mewburn Buick, building on to 175. This combination won the restricted open draft. The Knudsen family sponsored. Restricted open. They're now working in the final of the Black Truck and Ag Grandfather Clock. Building on to 175. Thank you, Michael. Score there of 21, 60 and 4 for an 85. With 175 previous, that's a 3-round total of 260. 260 there for Michael Hiscock and Mewburn Buick. Jack Thurburn now at 37, riding Kath Thurburn's Marina. Jack comes from Cumbria. Craig McNabb will follow in at 38 and then Pete Comiskey 39. Outside for Jack. He's got 176 points. Thank you, Jack. Score there for Jack of 21, 63 and 4 for an 88. With 176 previous, that's a 264. 3-round total of 264. Craig McNabb now at number 38, riding Harry in camp. Craig McNabb from Moama in New South Wales. In camp, riding Harry. Once again, a big thank you to Black Truck and Ag for sponsoring the Chinchilla Grandfather Clock for 2023. Bad luck there for Craig. Unfortunately, he goes out with a 20 for cutout. Had 175 previous, so that's a 195. And our last competitor in the final, Pete Comiskey, riding at Bryony Paddycomb's Roy, full name of Nashvale Royal L Destiny. A big thank you to Ringers Western, our arena sponsor this year here at Chinchilla. Thank you so much. Nebo competitor Pete Comiskey working in camp. Outside for Pete. And at Nashville Royal El Destiny, he's got 177 points. Score there of 22, 62 and 4. That's an 88 with 177 previous. That's a 3-round total of 265. So we are left with a tie at the top. We'll need to run off. We're watching Peter Black and Child Play. Both these competitors have 268. Peter Black from Alpha in Queensland, working here in the runoff. Riding Child Play. Thank you, Peter. Score there for Peter of 22, 59 and 4. Sorry, 54 and 4. That's an 80 there with 268 previous. That's 348. 348. Now we go to Ben Hall, riding Chisholm's Cash. Outside for Ben Hall, riding Chisholm's Cash. Ben hails from Julia Creek in Queensland. We're watching Ben Hall and Chisholm's Cash, owned by Chris and Ben Hall. That's time. Thank you. That's time. Score of 22, 57 and 3. That's an 82 for a 350 total. So congratulations to Ben Hall with Chisholm's Cash. Has taken out the 2023 Black Truck and Ag Chinchilla Grandfather Clock.